I didn't really think it was possible for me to reach a whole other level of independence, but I have. The universe isn't just out there, it's interacting with you. Claim your power by embracing the unknown. This is Tracy with Tracy Talks, and I'm here to ignite your curiosity. Don't just listen, embrace it. I had a pretty challenging day yesterday. I have been spending the past few months exploring my passions and really spending time developing those. I paint, I write, I enjoy photography, and I have really just allowed myself to explore different parts of me and how I feel like showing up in the day. It's interesting being a creative person and simply allowing myself to follow my energy. And what I mean when I say that is I'm following where my passion is guiding me. Like I wake up today and do I feel like painting? Do I feel like writing? How do I feel like expressing myself? This creative path that I'm on doesn't have defined goals and steps. I don't really know where all of this is taking me, and I'm trying to just embrace and allow this process to unfold. It's like an onion where I take off a layer and then there's another layer, and I take off a layer and there's another layer. I really don't know what is in the middle. I don't really know what is down the path. All I know is it feels good to focus on being creative and just allowing myself time to explore. Yesterday was one of those days where I had fear coming up in me because so much of my conditioning and upbringing stressed and focused on me having a 9-to-5 job. And I need to have the 9-to-5 job just like everybody else. I can just pay the bills just like everybody else. I can go outside of my home and work somewhere and then come home and then try to fit in my creativity there. And that's how I was structured to think. All this fear came up in me yesterday because I'm not living like that. I don't have this very structured job that I hate just like everybody else. I don't leave the house just like everybody else. I had these few hours where I was stressed and upset. How can I find something to do outside of the house? How can I fall back into a previous profession? How can I go back to doing what it is I have always done before? The whole loop that I got myself in was extremely stressful. All of this fear and doubt and stress and anxiety, all of it was coming up in me when I was thinking about doing something that I had already done, going back to an industry where I have already explored it. It's not because I wanted to. It's not necessarily because I need to right now. But it was just this fear that I'm in this exploration process. I don't have any defined parameters. And there was a moment where I had fell back into this conditioning from the past that I'm not supposed to be free. I'm supposed to have this defined set of objectives that I do every day. I'm supposed to work for someone else. I'm supposed to follow the rules. I'm supposed to be the good little girl. And it triggered me in ways that I wasn't prepared for. I finally just took a moment, sat down, grounded, put my very large crystals on my chakras and calmed myself down. I had realized that I have changed so much over these years and all of this time that I have spent. But I have really changed in the last 6 months. Simply being allowed to explore my creativity has brought a lightness to me. It has relaxed my body. My energy has actually opened up and expanded. And sometimes we don't see how much we've grown until we look back and reflect, until we think back to, what did I feel like when I was doing that job? What did I feel like when I was in that relationship? And sometimes we have this romantic thought where, why don't we just go back to that? And then we snap out of it and remember, well, when I was in that relationship, I didn't really feel like I could be my full self. When I was at that company, I really couldn't do what I wanted to do. I didn't feel seen and I didn't feel heard. Right now, I am at a really good space. And I had this thought where it's like, I feel like I have reached this whole other level of being feral. And I know that word is typically used to describe cats, but I feel wild. I feel like I cannot just be controlled anymore. I have truly tasted freedom. I've truly tasted independence. And it's hard to go back to shrinking yourself when you have fully expanded and been allowed to explore all of your parts and your pieces and all of those things that we push off and we'll explore when we retire, we'll explore when we have more time, we'll explore when who knows what. We play these games with ourselves. We assume we're always going to have plenty of time to explore our passions. And I have had the time to just do that. It's changed me. It's changed me in ways that I could never have known. And I can't just go back to this previous version of me. I have to keep going. I have to see where I can go. You know, have you ever ordered anything from Amazon and it was either a pillow or something that's foam, even a mattress, those foam mattresses where they suck all the air out and they shrink the foam down to this manageable size that they can ship. And once you cut that plastic and that foam expands, you can never get it back into that packaging ever again. That's how I feel. Having this time to just really explore, what do I want to do today? What does my heart want? What does my soul want? What is going to light me up? This process has expanded me. I don't want to be controlled. I don't just want to follow the rules. There is part of me that feels wild. And I am someone who's always been independent. So for me to actually realize that I've reached a whole other level of that, it's surprising. I don't think that I can ever just fall back into a traditional anything. I don't think I can just ever go back into doing things just because I need to do them. And I think some of these societies that really want to control people, it's because of this, because they don't want people to feel and experience freedom, because it is powerful. I don't have to ask for anybody's permission. I don't have to ask, can I do this today? I just follow my heart. I just do what I need to do. Yesterday would have been one of those moments where I would have considered getting back with an ex. That fear was rising up, the fear of being alone, of having uncertainty, of not knowing where I'm going, and how easy it would be just to get back with somebody, to have a container that's defined, that I know my place, I know the rules, I know the expectations. I didn't say that that was the healthiest place for me to be, but I see how these moments of this expanded awareness can be triggering at times. So much of my future is undefined. It's not clear. I wake up every day, I get to choose, I get to make decisions that support me. And that can be scary at times. It's that saying of the devil we know versus the devil we don't know. The unknown is often terrifying for people to live in. I have been on such an independent journey that I've realized there's no going back. That door has actually closed. That was a level of awareness I wasn't prepared to fully accept yesterday. In the back of my mind, there was always this thought, well, I can just go back to doing what I'd always done. But I can't. I've changed. I've grown. I've expanded. I've leveled up again. And today, I'm going to start the process to figure out how I can expand and explore this new level, my new awareness, my new understanding, and always letting myself feel what it is that I need to feel. Thank you for listening to this episode of Tracy Talks. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe, and share with others who would enjoy listening to this podcast. Friends can find Tracy Talks available on iTunes, Spotify, Substack, and YouTube. Hit me up on Instagram and Facebook at More Tracy Talks. And until next time, we meet again.